tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. That's it.
Salute.
Peace.
Good, my digger.
I'm good, Jay. How you?
Peace, man. Everything's peace. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying my Sunday out here
Yeah.
in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Same here, man. Same here.
Word. So, tell the people where you from.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You know, Flatbush area, East New York, all over, man. West Side. Been everywhere, man.
Word. Yo, you've been putting it down for a minute, man. I like what you've been doing. You know what I mean? So,
thank you.
To have you on the check-in. You know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, how did the whole beat making thing start with you? Was you rhyming? Was you like MCing? Was you DJing? What was you doing first?
I did it all, man. Started out DJing. From there, picked up the mic. And I always been around it. You know what I'm saying? My cousin, I had one of my family members, my cousin Shiz, he was always producing and DJing. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from the Casio days, you know what I mean? It was only like 2 seconds time to sample. You know what I mean? So he always influenced me with it, you know what I mean? Every machine you can name, I seen him work on, you know?
Yeah. So I was looking up your name. You named yourself after like a cowboy, right?
Yeah, Bass Reevez. He was a bounty hunter.
Right. I was looking at it. I was on YouTube, but I'm like, word. Okay.
Yeah,
So he had a big influence on you as far as.
Yeah. I mean, I had a this was a while back. I used to work at like an old folks home up in the Bronx. And they had like a crazy library section in the old folks home.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, G, I used to take books like a motherfucker out of there. And I took this one big ass Western book, and I just read it. It dealt with the black cowboys and just the whole history of that. And I seen that name, and that name always was interesting to me. So
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. So you making beats. You were doing it all, so you decided to settle on making beats, right?
Yeah.
So what was the first piece of equipment that you started with? What was your weapon of choice at that time?
ASR 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I got it for the low. I got it for the low. I had caught that joint for maybe like $1.75.
That's a steal.
Oh yeah. The only thing that was wrong with it, one key was broke. That was it. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, ASR 10.
So what are you using now?
Oh, I'm on a MPC 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I just updated it to the MPC 1, man.
But you know what though? I notice most producers, they never get rid of that ASR 10. What is it about the ASR 10 that's so special?
The sound, I will say the sound has like a real warm sound, but only reason why I didn't hug on to the ASR 10 is I'm not a piano producer. You see what I'm saying? I need something to bang on. You know what I mean? I gotta feel what I'm making. Not saying that people that produce on the ASR 10 don't feel what they making, but I just gotta, I gotta snap my fingers on something, man. I gotta pound on some pads more than keys,
Right. Because Alchemist, at first he was using the ASR 10. That was his weapon of choice.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people start on that ASR 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever. So you got the MPC 1. What is it about the MPC 1 that you like? Is it the workflow a little easier?
I mean, I've had the touch, I've had the live, but with the MPC 1, it's the same thing. It's just it fits in the bag, man.
Right.
It's just real. You know what I'm saying? You throw this right in the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's just, you can just be out with it, take it anywhere. Not saying you can't do that with the live and all that, but the live is just a little bit more heavy and clunkier sometimes.
Yeah, sure did. So this is strictly for my diggers. So I take it you a digger. Now, are you e-digging? Are you vinyl or both?
Both. I got so many records, man. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. I got a slew of records right next to me right now. I got to look at them. My man just gave me. You know what I mean? He was throwing them away. I was like, nah, you bugging.
Right.
Word.
Yeah. You know, that's a sin bugging. Right there. Like, no.
Yeah. But I do both, man. I grew up watching, like I said, my cousin Shiz. So he had a plethora of records. So, you know, I come from that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So do you prefer chopping or looping?
Both.
Okay.
Both. It all depends on what you catch. You know what I'm saying? Some things need to be chopped up. Some things you could just let rock.
Right. Because you can mess up the groove by chopping up a sample.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People think you're supposed to just chop everything that you get.
Nah, if you get a vibe from something and it's a loop, let it rock. You know?
Yeah.
Either you're gonna add to the loop, or if it's ill enough, you just gonna let it rock out, you know, depending on the MC you working with, or you know what I mean, who you give it to. Right.
So when you go out shopping for vinyl, man, what makes you want to buy that record? Is it the cover? Is it the instruments on the back, or do you look for artists that you're familiar with?
Me, sometimes it's both, man. It's sometimes that, you know, you could pick up a cover, man, and look at it and be like, damn, it look like it might have something. Or, you know, if you follow, you know, people who play, you know, that too. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That too.
Word. So when digging, right?
Mm-hmm.
What genre do you look for? Do you have a certain genre, or do you
everything? Everything. I don't have no genre. Everything. Stuff. I like a lot of my beats, that projects I put out, you wouldn't even believe where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even believe where I got it from. Word. Wow. I don't have no genre. If it's dope, I'm a chop it or I'm a loop it.
Right. Now, are you the type of dude or beat maker that sits there and listen to the whole record, or are you just taking a needle and just spot sampling?
Sometimes. Sometimes I just let the record play. Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes, you know, you just being lazy and you just skip through it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's not even being lazy. It's just, you know, you're just trying to find something, you know?
True indeed. Now, me, I've always been a dollar crate digger. So, like, what's the most you'll spend on a record?
The most I would spend on a record? To be honest, man, sometimes you find the best stuff in the dollar crates.
Yeah.
In the $5 crates. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go crazy and tell you that I spent $200 on one record and all that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I bring $20 with me and go to dollar crates and dig. You know what I mean?
Because some people, they be talking about, you know, I paid this much for the record, and then they'll say, yo, I ain't even use it yet. But then when you look on the tube, it be right there.
Right. Yeah.
It be right there.
Right. Yeah. So you got your certain sites on the internet that you go to for digging, like YouTube.
Well, of course.
Different pages and all that. I'm not going to ask you because that's, you know. That's,
yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you feel about this topic of sample snitching? Because this shit is getting out of hand, man.
Sample snitching, I think, people need to shut up. Yeah. Especially nowadays. Yeah.
You got this website called, I think it's called Who Sampled,
yeah.
That's spilling everybody's business.
Yeah. But I ain't going to front, G. Sometimes when you looking for something, you can go there and find what you're looking for. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can go there and find what you're looking for. But I feel you. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man.
Word. I feel you. Now, drum.
My bad.
No. Finish up.
Yeah, even you know, when you on the tube digging, and sometimes, you know, I scroll through the comments. You know, they be letting it off there. Yo, such and such use this. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's everywhere, man.
Yeah. So, when it comes to drums, right? Are you strictly vinyl, or do you get sample packs? You know, like how do you get your drums?
I'm everywhere with it, man. I've chopped up drums from records I have. I mess with the packs too sometimes. I even make drums, you know what I mean? I layer drums and put together drums, you know what I mean? I'm everywhere with it, man.
Right.
There's no holds barred with me, you know what I mean?
Right. So you just have no real rules. You just grab whatever.
Yeah. Yo, if it's banging, man, and it's choppable, I'm taking it.
Right.
I'm taking it.
Right. So when it comes to beat creation, right? Let's get deeper into the beat science, right? What do you do first? Are you banging out the drum pattern first and looking for the sample, or does it always start with the sample first?
Yeah, it starts with the atmosphere first. Starts with the sample first for me. Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jake.
So all right, it starts with the sample first. Now, do you always feel like you have to have the drums to match, or just does it really? Do you focus on that to get the drums to match the sample, or?
Yeah, you have to get the drums to match the sample. Other than that, then I mean, yeah, you have to get the drums to match the sample because that's the cherry on the top. That's what's gonna make it really speak. Right. You know.
Now with bass lines, right? Do you feel every beat needs a bass line, or do you can you get away?
No, every beat doesn't need a bass line.
Okay.
Every beat doesn't need a bass line.
Got you. Yeah, because some people feel every beat needs a bass line.
No,
they can't make a beat without it.
Nah, every beat doesn't need a bass line.
Whatever, things like
that.
But
when it does need a bass line, give it a bass line. You know.
Right. Now, are you playing a bass line, or playing it, or are you finding like bass notes and then putting it on 16 levels?
I do both. Sometimes I go to my contact and go to the plugins I got to create bass lines, or sometimes I chop up a bass line.
Right.
Both.
Now, when it comes to like drums, are you quantizing drums, or are you just letting?
No, I never quantize my drums.
And why is that?
Because I'm putting my feeling into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need things to be stuck on the dot. You know what I mean? I don't need to be stuck. Yeah. I don't want it to sound robotic. I want you to feel it.
Right. Now, what about like drum loops? Would you just take a drum loop and loop a drum loop if it sounds funky?
Sometimes if it's hitting,
right.
You know what I mean? If it's hitting and if it's working, if it's sounding like magic, yeah.
Because in my opinion, a lot of times I feel like when you're banging out the drum, kick and snare, I find sometimes it can be the same pattern. By those them drum loops to give that funk, you know what I mean? And it's variation in the pattern and whatnot. Because I'm not a drummer, by trade, nothing like that.
I'm not either.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not either.
So I love finding like drum loops or whatever, and ill drum loops, and you'd be surprised if you find the illest drum loops from like
yo, look, man, this is hip hop, man. We the baby of every other music genre, man. I always say hip hop is the spoiled little, I mean, not spoiled, but badass little kid, man, that grabs and plays with everything, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no limits to it, G.
Yeah,
ain't no limits to it. We take from rock, soul, reggae, whatever. It don't matter, G. Funk, it don't matter. You know what I mean? We the badass kids running around just making noise. You know what I mean? That's hip hop. That's hip hop.
You're right about that. You're definitely right about that. So like with working with these artists, right? Are you just selling beats, or would you rather just do the split? Like let's do a project together, do the splits. What works better for you?
I'm all with let's do a project and do the splits.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because selling beats could be a hassle, man. You get the you want this for it, but I only got this, but it becomes too much. I'd rather find a dope MC and just work with. You know what I mean? Right. And if I rock out with you and you doing the project and you want something, if I mess with you like that, I give you something for the project. Just spell my name right. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Now, if you want to buy something, then I'm here for that too. But I find it easier to just work with MCs that I'm feeling, and let's put out a project, man. And then we'll get to the splits later.
Now, are you a full-time producer or just part-time?
No, I'm full-time.
Okay, so this is feeding you.
Yeah.
Because I've interviewed a lot of other cats, and a lot of them saying, there's no money in it. A lot of them are saying they're not really eating off it like that. They soon, hopefully, they will be. A lot of people working part-time, full-time jobs and things. So what separates you from everybody else that you could do this full-time?
I just love it. I'm not saying that, I don't do other things on the side, but I just love it, man. I breathe this shit, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always tell people like this. Every day I ain't making a beat, but maybe every day I'm trying to find something. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm maybe I might just turn on the machine and, like you said, I might just play with the drums. You know what I'm saying? Every day I ain't knocking out a beat every day, you know what I mean? But I'm doing something on the machine. You feel me?
Right. So when you do make a beat, how many beats you do you average when you do turn the machine on and want to make a beat?
You really can't say that because I've been in the studio banging out, man, and I might have made 8 beats, and out of that 8 beats, I threw away 6, kept 2. You know what I'm saying? You really can't say, man. Some days I make 1 beat, some days I make 2, some days I make 3. You know what I mean? Some days I don't make a beat. You know what I mean? I might just be fine. I might just be trying to find loops or find new drums or whatever the case may be.
So how often do you go through beat block? When you just can't, you're trying to do something, it just doesn't work.
I don't know, man. A beat block. Beat block comes when it comes, man. You just got to find a way to deal with it and get it off your chest.
Right. Right. So you've
Yeah.
had days where you turn the machine off, you got to cut it off, maybe take a walk around the block.
Yeah. Gotta go light something up, maybe go talk to my daughter or something, or go, you know what I mean? Go outside or something, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you a sensitive question. You don't have to answer it, but how do you feel about clearing samples? You think that's important for you right at this stage of the game right now?
No, until I mess with somebody of that caliber where I got a clear sample. But right now, nah, fuck them. Like I said, this hip hop, G. We the badass kids, man. We do what we want, man.
So, do you think it's important for you to clear the sample or for the artist to clear it if they want it?
No, if you're a producer, you better stay on clearing the sample. Yeah, you better double check with the artist you working with too. You know what I mean? If you're a producer, you better stay on that. And a sample has to get cleared. Nah, that's your duty. You know what I mean? I'm not relying on no artist to clear no sample. You know what I mean? I'm on that.
Right.
I'm on that because you already hear the horror stories. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, but right now they're not coming for.
Oh nah.
Right. Because a lot of these projects, roughly they sell what, maybe 200-300. A lot of these different projects that people come out, it's not a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they out for us like that. They know what we doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
They know what we doing.
Yeah, no doubt. So you got a lot of people out there. You say you like to do full projects or whatever. So it's because a lot of people try to lowball you on a beat, or do you just? Is it because you believe in this artist so much that let's do a project?
Yeah.
And I think
Jay.
So you think like when you do a full project, it shows your range as a producer. Then a beat here from this one, a beat there from that one.
Yeah,
things like that.
It lets me get off my magic, man. It lets people see what I could do.
Right. Gotcha. So let's say I'm trying to think. You in Brooklyn. Let's say like Rome Streetz. You heard of Rome Streetz?
Of course. I got songs with Rome Streetz. I still got unreleased joints with Rome Streetz.
Right. But you haven't done a full album with him, have you?
No.
So how would that work? You just on the strength you give him beats, or would you charge him for those beats?
9 times out of 10, Rome would hit me or well, he busy now, but Rome used to pop up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we used to get it. Matter of fact, I just threw him something for a project. I can't, I don't want to say who he's doing the project with, but I just threw him a joint for the project he got upcoming with another great MC. You know what I mean?
Is that on the arm, or is that just because you?
Oh no, that's on the arm because he been down here and gave me stuff on the arm. You know what I mean? Like, yo, be here. You know what I mean?
So do you think as for these upcoming beat makers, do you think it's best for them to give out free beats to get their name out there, or straight out the gate just charge?
I mean, that really depends on them. You know what I mean? I would say, yo, look, if you're trying to get your name out and you know you love what you do, then yeah, you know, I always tell if you get busy with making beats, put out instrumental albums, man. You know, do all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, find people you like the MC you want to work with or singer you want to work with, and you know, ask them, yo, let's do a project, see what happens. Right. You know what I mean? You throw out beats, you give away free beats, but you know, it's all up to you. It's all up to you.
Right. So when like throwing out an instrumental project could be kind of risky because people can take that joint and start using it.
You but know? That's why I'm throwing it out there for.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. So they could, you know, someone can snatch a record off your joint and then use it in, you know, for a mixtape or what have you and things like that. So
that's what I'm throwing it out there for. Just spell my name right. That's all.
You want the credit.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, good credit.
There you go.
Good credit. So as a producer,
it's no different from a Ninth Wonder throwing out you know, instrumental tape or Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it is what it is.
Got you. So as a beat maker, I know you're a fan of this first, right? So who are you feeling right now as a beat maker? What beat makers are you feeling that's doing their thing right now?
My man Keystar. Keystar just did a dope project with G.A.Z. that the Fritz album that just came out. I think it was like last month or a month and a half ago. My man Keystar always thought August Fanning was dope. He did like the majority of the HBO project with Mock Homie.
True.
That was incredible, that album. Who else, man? I think Wavy the God is dope too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's Wavy, in Brooklyn. Yeah, he's in Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah. Wavy done been over here a couple of times. You know what I mean? Who else, man? My man Dusty Baker. He got a project coming out. Who else? It's a couple of brothers, man. You know.
Yeah. So who's on your wish list of MCs to work with right now?
Mock Homie. Definitely Nas. That's my GOAT. I would love to do something with Nas. Who else, man? Me and G.A.Z., we about to drop a project. You know what I'm saying? That's finished up. Really can't think of yeah. But yeah, man, Mock and Nas, though, that's definitely a go. That's definitely a go. I don't work with so many MCs, man. It's yeah.
But how does that come about? You just reaching out to them like, yo, I like what you're doing, let's do a project, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, my brother is Sauce Heist, so you know.
Oh, that's your brother?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's
Heist life. So yeah.
I didn't even know that. Oh,
yeah, so you know, he be traveling around in all them circles. So you know this. I mean, like I said, everybody and anybody done basically been down here, man. You know, from the Romes to the Al Divinos to the G.A.Z. to the Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. So many, man. I lose count, man. It's so many, man. Uncle John.
DC.
Yeah. So many, man. Many.
So it's nothing for you to put out a chronic like album. It's nothing. All them people just coming through.
Yeah. Like this is like a hub. This is like a hub, man. This is like a hub.
Yeah. So you constantly got to keep making fresh beats. Constantly got to be making
beats.
You never know.
I got so many beats. Yeah, I got so many beats in my computers, man. In my computer, man. It's yeah, man. I be forgetting sometimes I made joints.
Right. Right. So when these artists want beats or whatever, do you give them stems or how does that work?
9 times out of 10, it's just mainly the 2-track. You know what I'm saying? Unless they need the stems, that's no problem. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So nowadays, you know, I notice like, yeah, a lot of heads are just taking the beat as is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we live in a time where, you know, people don't really care no more, man. If it's hitting, it's hitting. You know what I mean?
Right. So you're saying that you don't have to necessarily mix the beat then?
Oh no, I mix my beats. If I'm giving you a joint, yeah, I'm mixing it. I'm putting a little polish on it. You know what I mean?
A little something, right?
Yeah, it's still gonna be warm and gritty, but yeah, right. I might need to turn something down to clean up something.
Right, because I know, you know, because you think about it, the fans or the supporters who listen to music that are oblivious, they don't know nothing about it. As long as it sounds good, that's all they care about. They don't know about, oh, he EQ'd it, he didn't do this, he didn't EQ that.
They don't care. You know how many albums I heard, man? I was like, damn, like they ain't did shit to this shit, but you know, people like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I heard on the interview Just Blaze say that Riz's when they came out with the Into the 36 Chambers, he said that was the worst mixed album ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look what happened. Over 2 million people bought that motherfucker. You know?
It's a grittier sound, you know what I mean? Because it's hip hop. It's still hip hop.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you can make a banging beat and even if it's not mixed and it just still bangs and it still sounds dope, that shows your skills as a producer. You know what I mean? As a beat maker, the drums still knock and it still sound good. You know? We're not trying to really clean. Sometimes you want to hear the hiss. You know what I mean? In the record and all of that, you know, and things like that. So I think that's kind of fly. So okay, so now you say 9 times out of 10, you just giving them the 2-track. They don't, you know.
Yeah. If they need stems, yeah, that's no problem. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, man, it's a 2-track. Send that over.
Right.
Just like when I got on the Hush project, the first Threesome EP, the first one, I had just made that beat like 2 days before I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had wrote him like, yo, I might need to I think I wrote my brother or something. I think I wrote Sauce like, yo, I might need to clean that up or something. He's like, nah, man, you like it the way it is. You know what I mean? Go figure. You know what I mean?
Took it just like that. Boom.
Took it just like that.
Right. Right. So when you throw beats to heads or you want to, you know, give heads some beats, do you have like a certain amount of beats you give them? Do you give them 10 beats or you give them?
Yeah, I give you a pack. I give you a 10-pack. You know what I mean?
10-pack, right.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. And this is, you know, you said a 10-pack, right? So well, let me pick an artist. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Just pick a random artist. All right, let's say Nas, right?
There you go.
All right, you want to work with Nas. You give Nas 10 beats, right? He comes out, he uses 6 of them. Do you think that he should give those 4 beats back to you if he does not use them?
Well, yeah, because my thing is this, like when I send out a 10-pack, I always tell them, yo, look, let me know the ones you want to use so I can take them off the list and put them in a folder for you. The other joints you don't pick, yeah, those is going to go to somebody else. Or like I said, I might put out a project or instrumental album and put them on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the issue I was having, giving brothers beats and a bunch of beats. Then it's like, okay, I might have gave you 20 beats. You might have used, let's say, hypothetically, 14 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like to know, because sometimes I forget what I gave you, and I'm like, okay, well, the ones you don't use, those can go to somebody else. Those can, you know,
yeah, exactly.
Because I don't need them just sitting in your computer somewhere and you're not using it.
Exactly.
You know? So that's the issue that I was, you know, having. So it's another issue, right? Not really main issue, because, you know, a lot of times you make a beat, right? And you'll think this is a chick song, right? Have you ever made a beat and had an idea in mind and said, yo, this is a chick song, gave it to an artist and they did something gangster with it on some gangster shit? And you're like, yo, that was supposed to be a chick song.
Yeah, that's happened before. That's happened before.
Right. That's why I think it's really important sometimes to really, if you can, be in the studio with the artist. How do you feel about that?
No, that's a necessary. Most of the time, that's a necessary. You know what I'm saying? I feel it is. You know what I mean? But sometimes too, man, you got to let the artist be the artist. Sometimes too, man. You know, I always want to hear what you did with the beat. You know, and I tell motherfuckers straight up, man, if the shit is whack, the shit is whack. You know,
Right.
Like, yeah, gee, I ain't feeling that, you know?
Right, right. Because there's a lot of times you be like, you want the artist to come in here, come in after this organ, but they come in when they want to come in. You be like, damn, no, I wanted you to come in right here. And this is don't rhyme over this. This is where the hook is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How often does that happen to you?
That happens a lot. That happens a lot. But this is the thing, to go back on what we was building on earlier. That's why I say I like to do projects, because once I get back their stems, their vocals, 9 times out of 10, I'm changing the beat anyway, or I'm adding something to it, and I'm gonna fix it up how I feel where you need to come in at, and then I let them hear it. And 9 times out of 10, when they hear, they like, yo, yeah, B, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean?
Word, that's what's up. So yo, last question, yo, what you got next?
This Jamal project coming out. About to release a instrumental album. Me and Sauce trying to do something special. You know what I'm saying?
So he's your brother, so he gets all the fly beats. You hold all the juice for him. He get to hear all the fly shit for everybody else.
Yeah. About to give out a 10-pack to another MC project we working on. He already blessed me with one. We got a banger, one joint that came back that's crazy. So I'm about to throw him another 10-pack. I mean, throw him a 10-pack, and he about to start putting his pen down on some things.
Can you reveal the MC, or is it secret?
I mean, it's not secret, but I wanted to be etched in stone first. You know what I mean? But we talked, and as soon as I send it out, I'm gonna see what's up.
Got you. Now, do you work with any labels, like, you know, like boutique labels, and do little splits, you know, like Tough Kong and all of them? Do they, you know what I mean? Do they come knocking?
Well, for this Jamal project, something's coming out of that. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know which label yet, but yeah, something to that effect is gonna happen though.
Have you worked with those labels like that before?
No, because at one point in time, man, we had somebody doing, we knew somebody that was doing vinyl.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we was trying to print up our own vinyl at one point in time. You know what I mean?
Right. So is there more money in putting out the vinyls or the digitals, or is just all together, just, you know what I mean?
I mean, it all depends, you know. I don't know. Sometimes with them companies, man, me and Keith was talking about this the other night. You know, I tell motherfuckers, man, you know, when vinyl was the thing, when you would walk into the record stores, you know, I bought Illmatic and 36 Chambers and Moment of Truth and all that, man, for $13.99, man. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it costs you $50, $80 to buy one piece of vinyl. To me, that shit is kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit is kind of crazy, man. You know?
Because the vinyls is really for the collectors, right? And the DJs.
Yeah. But still in all, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy, man.
True indeed. All right, so before I let you go, this is the last question, I promise you. Give some advice to these up and coming beat makers out here that's trying to get to where you at right now.
Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared, and keep, if you love this shit, just keep banging out, man. That's the best advice I could tell you, man. And read and find out what's going on in this game. You know what I'm saying? And just stay on point. That's it. That's really it.
That's
really it.
Yeah. I want to thank you for taking the time out, you know what I mean, to chop it up with me. This is strictly for my diggers. So this is a platform for like Fubu, for us, by us. I'm a beat maker. This is for beat makers. A lot of times, you know, we not the audience is not able to put a face to the name. You know, so this gives the audience to know who Bass Reevez is now. You know, like, oh, okay, that's who he is. So don't be surprised when this comes out, people start approach you on the street. You know what I mean? Oh, you Bass Reevez. Okay, yo, I checked your music, whatever. So what I'm doing nowadays, I'm putting the beat maker first in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we get the shitty end of the stick. A lot of these artists take the beats, run with it. You know, I spoke to one beat maker. There's a popular artist who's popular that he did music for, hit him up for some beats. made an album with it. And this guy, I'm not gonna say the dude's name, but you know, he's pretty out there. He's there, he's running around in the underground pretty heavy. And only and then give him no bread.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. Yo, I know. Yo, look, man. I know a lot of brothers like that. I know a lot, and they got the name and everything. Yeah. Yo, it happens, man.
And I'm like, how do you? That's what I'm saying. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. You know the problem. Motherfuckers don't be saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? We got to speak up. I'll be telling all the producers, yo, you got to speak up, man. You got to. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. That shit is crazy.
But
that
this
shit
dude
make
is
me
rapping. Yo, this dude is rapping about having millions, and the producers at work. I was interviewing this dude at work.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that fire you made for this dude, and he's that dude is at work. He's talking to me at work.
Yeah. I'm
like, this dude just asked you for some beats. You gave him some beats. He ran off, made an album. He's making money. He's damn near what you call the king of the underground right now. Like I said, I'm not saying no names. You can figure it out on your own. And I think he only gave the dude, I think, like 20 pieces of vinyl.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, because he allowed that shit to happen. That's why, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, that's some bullshit. But yeah, like I said.
Yeah.
So this platform is for us. You know what I mean? I made this for us. I'm reaching out to beat makers, letting people tell their story, you know, tell their techniques. I'm celebrating all the sample, bass, lo-fi, boom bap beat makers. In exchange, y'all are giving jewels, you know, to the audience, to the people, to the supporters, to the upcoming beat makers that need to learn the game and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I thank you for taking
That's what I say, man. Educate yourself. It's so much information out, man, on what we do and how to make a living and get to a place where you need to get to as far as a producer, man. Brothers got to take heed, man. And like I said, you can't be scared, man. You can't be scared, yo. You can't. You got to go. Just go. Just go. Just find people you work with. And like you said, you know, do the 50-50 split, man. Split them projects in half, man. You give me 20 vinyls, I'll throw them shits at you.
Word up. Word is mine. Word up.
Yeah.
Word up. But yeah, God, I appreciate you for chopping it up with me. Strictly for my diggers. We got Bass Reevez, dope ass beat maker. And I hope to hear more from you in the future, man.
Oh, true indeed, Jay. True indeed. Thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem. Peace.
Peace, God.
Tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you